Someone defines themselves when they reconnect with their spirit, their true essence, the nature that shapes who you are. Who am I? I am an alluring concentration of beauty, rainforests, beaches, and biodiversity. I live in the heart of the Americas, guarded by two seas. I am the deep green that entices those seeking relaxation and adventure. And I am so much more. In my essence live the warmth and authenticity of my people. People with open arms who look forward towards the future and welcome opportunities. I am a unique, happy, and caring nation that expresses itself through the diversity of its cultures. I am a cradle of human talent, proud people who embrace challenges. I am a nation governed in peace with a solid, long-standing democracy. I stand behind health, education, and the pursuit of self-development as the cornerstones of happiness. In my essence lie the preservation and care for the environment, a model to the world. I breathe the riches of my land, and I recognize the wit of my people, ever capable of giving more than expected. I am a trustworthy and reliable nation, distinguished by the value of what I create. Human development, innovation, and a proven international competitiveness set me apart and enable me to export quality to the world. Those who come to know me are surprised, amazed. My greatest aspirations can be found in my concentrated essence. I am a country that attracts those who seek the value of excellence and the commitment to sustainability. I have much to offer those wishing to purchase, invest, produce, and develop. I have the required human and technological capabilities to achieve this. I rediscover myself by searching within. I find myself in what is vital, in what is true. I rediscover what is important. I am green. I am happiness. I am solidarity. I am talent. I am innovation. I am quality. I am diversity. I am concentration. I am essential Costa Rica.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, my gratitude to the International Ecotourism Society and Executive Director John Bruno and all authorities from Turkey present today, and excellencies, ambassadors, and other diplomats coming from different embassies here located in Turkey. This is Costa Rica, a glimpse of that. And it's very important to understand that sustainable tourism is a model of country. Sorry, I'm a diplomat, not a clinician. Well, let's start here at the table of contents. There's many factors that are important in Costa Rica in order to value how to approach to the idea of the sustainable tourism. Actually, Costa Rica has made forward steps beyond the sustainability of today. We have an overview. First of all, it's related to the historical background and our tourism model. Then, what is the model of the tourism and evolution and consolidation? Because for Costa Rica has been a transition. During every 10, 12 years, Costa Rica has been remodeling the way to make sustainable tourism. Our achievement in CSTs as a differentiation tool, what Costa Rica uses to help the industry to promote and create better sustainable tourism. This is an overview about Costa Rica. More of you knows about Costa Rica. Up to date, well, it's a very small country, 51 square kilometers, and almost 5 million people. We are in Middle America, and that's very important because the location of Costa Rica is very important for us also to offer our tourism possibilities. And what is important to know is we have connected in an holistic way, not only sustainable tourism, but also democracy, which is where Costa Rica is one of the oldest, or maybe the older democracy in Latin America, and maybe we don't have army since 1948. Sorry about this. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Next, please. Regarding protection of natural resources, there are main touristic resources in Costa Rica. To restore forest coverage, Costa Rica created a policy of tools. With reforestation have covered 26% of the country land by public policies. But also by the private policies created by the program we call PES. Costa Rica have restored 26, also the private forest areas. And this is a project we started in the 80s, in which Costa Rica defines 3.5% tax on fuel. And as we can say, it was the first carbon tax in the world. So we use this during the 80s and 90s to create a fund now helping to create and save these most protected areas. Costa Rica, 26% of the whole territory in Costa Rica are protected areas in different ways, as the national park or in protected biological reservations. One of the main first action Costa Rica took in their hands was to prevent deforestation and create different moments to save the forest. And fifth is also important, the CTS program to help the companies, private companies, to create a sustainable idea. For Costa Rica, vision is more than a tourist model. For Costa Rica, it's a country vision. It's a contribution towards a sustainable development. And it is important to distinguish two sort of tourist model. The first one here is what we call demand, tourism based on demand. Tourism based on demand requires a large investment, intensive use, let's say, that to use all the resources as much as possible, and also a quick return for this large investment. So once you make a big investment with a huge hotels, then you would expect to have a quick return on this investment. So, and then that speed to recover this income or to recover this investment create a very low spillover in the society. And then also when we talk a demand tourist model, destination is designed. Let's say like if we go in different points of the world, it's created like, let's say, big attractive areas or huge fun parks to attract people, and they create a destination, design the destination for the tourism. And it's based in icons, big icons, you know, big structures or big fun parks or towers, and that reflects an icon. On the other hand, we have the supply model of tourism, which is the one Costa Rica has developed. It's a small investment, so the small investment creates maybe a very quick return, but this slow return create first limited uses of the resources, which create less impact, not only in the society but also in the environment. And the spillover is bigger, much bigger than when you use large investment. Why? Because the spillover introduces the development of tourism in the society. So small villages, small entrepreneurs, and workers are more involved in the process than in a huge investment facilities in which the spillover is not happening because every tourist is just in one place and they don't move from that place. The products in our supply model are products. The products are designed, not the destination. And what it means products are designed? Well, you will visit a family. We can teach you how to make local meals or local food, or wellness in different places that you can have access to thermal waters or indigenous plants or different medicines. And we create our own image. We are not based in icons. We create our own image in a way that when you talk about Costa Rica, you're having the whole package. That's the difference in the two models. Next, please. So we can say that in this model that you have just shown, Costa Rica is in the tourism model, the dependent tourism is the one that I call the demand tourism. And in Costa Rica, we only have 4% of this kind of tourism. On the other hand, the tourism that Costa Rica model is using is the adventure. So the tourist people have to adapt themselves what Costa Rica is offering. So that's what we call ecotourism in that sense, and this is mass tourism. So in this moment, Costa Rica is located in light blue strip right there. Because we also have dependent model, but only 4% of our tourism. The rest, 95%, are supply tourism model, in which we look at the tourists, those who want to adapt themselves to our model. Next. So this is the stages that Costa Rica have walking by. In order to the evolution of our tourism. For instance, we start in the 80s with what we call soft tourism. So at that time, the tourists come to see the natural places, or the volcanoes or national parks, attractions. But at that time we have very poor infrastructure, only permit to see these attractions. But this short visit was only for 3 days because there was only to see. So we evolved from during these years to what we designed to create with the private sector an evolution in order to give more access and better infrastructure to the tourism in order to visit those volcano national parks and attract national attractions. So we give a big step in that moment. And that what's happened because the government and the private sector, which was not designed by the government, was an idea for the private sector, which the government embraces at that time and is still, with an incentive tourism law, which is give taxes exemptions for those who want to invest in sustainable tourism. And then with this idea, the visitor can do things, activities, because a better infrastructure was created. So we create the adventure tourism. So the people were more involved in activities like rafting, canopy, and be more connected with the fauna and flora in the country. But even though that created a negative impact, so that's why we make a new step in the sustainable tourism from the year 2000. Here we changed the travel to see to travel to do we just jump to travel to belong, so the tourist visitor will be more involved in the idea to be sustainable, to be part of the history, to be part of the place, not only as a visitor, to become a family and to become part of the concept. For that achievement, because start creating this policy start creating negative impacts, so the Costa Rican government and the private sector create what we later call the certificates or sustainable tourism certificates. The visitor then wants to belong to this community. And those two very important points I can mention here. First of all, this mechanism was designed by the private sector. It was their vision. But in the second, we create a differentiation by these certificates. And then now this is what Costa Rica is now facing, which is experiment society. And I want to finish here with this. What is the next step for Costa Rica? Next step for Costa Rica is to create an experimentation in which the person passed to, or the visitor passed from just to be part of this to as a part of the family, to be part of the society. What means the experimentation in gastronomy experience and wellness experience will be a whole trip in organic, family-oriented health and contributing to society. This is in short terms 35 of sustainability tourism history. So the history is not ended. Finally, Costa Rica is very willing to share its model for the rest of the countries in the world who are interested too, and Embassy of Costa Rica is willing to have contact with any company or any group of entrepreneurs or the government itself to want to share ideas about how to create ecotourism. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for the invitation.